Hi, welcome to Lunar Logic Tarot. I'm Juju, and this is going to be a timeless general love and life reading for Cancer. You could have Cancer in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. Cancer, keep in mind these readings are general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it's not your story, do not try to make it fit. Roles can be reversed. It could be something in your environment. It could be a boss, could be a coworker, could be a friend, family member, lover, current or past. This could be something that is happening, or it could just be about you. Sometimes the readings are about you directly and not necessarily somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Everything is subject to free will and the will of the divine. No one is free from law of cause and effect. And if you need or want to get a personal reading with me, my email is in the description box below. I do offer $10 off for first-time clients who decide to get a first reading with me, so definitely take advantage of that. If there's an extended to this reading, that will be in the description box and the comment section below. But also below, you have your next 3 months of future predictions for October, November, December 2022 in-depth reading. We go over, so each month is done individually, and we look at, I look at it with you, me and Spirit, and we look at, life messages, love, money, zodiac signs you could be dealing with. We also look at, spirit messages and then guidance for each month individually. Okay. It ranges from probably about 30 minutes to maybe an hour, give or take. So it's approximate, but it's $12.99 USD. And, it's a pretty good deal. You get a lot. It's I think yours is kind of long actually. So, I can't remember exactly how long it is, but it's fairly long, but it's very in-depth. Okay. So definitely check that out if you want. That will be in the description box and comment section. All right, let's see what's going on for you. I want to look at you. All right, let's see. Show me Cancer's energy. Show me Cancer. Obviously, it can still be reversed, but let's look at you. Show me Cancer, please. Okay. Show me Cancer. Okay. Show me Cancer. Okay. Have you ever seen that movie Along Came a Spider? It's a great movie. I think it has Morgan Freeman in it. I love Morgan Freeman. Love him. I would love for him to sing, or either sing me happy birthday or tell me happy birthday one time. I think that would just be, in fact, I might, after this, I'm going to go watch a Morgan Freeman movie. I don't know why I thought about him, but anyways, you could be watching that movie maybe. I don't know. Show me Cancer. Okay. Show me Cancer. Cancer, please. Okay. Alrighty. Something's got you in your feels. For sure. Okay. I'm going to get to the bottom of the deck here in just a second, okay? So let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about this. Y'all put mousse in my hair to give it a little bit more volume. My hair's really thick, so it's really got it feels really thick right now. Anyways, you feel like things are a burden, or you are experiencing some type of burden regarding the spider or a creative project. It could also be something online because of the webbing. Sorry. Let's see. You could be catching someone, or someone is catching you in a web. I love web because I have love here. Are you trying to set someone up in some type of web to catch a spider, to catch something? Regarding love, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, creative action and optimism. So you're pretty optimistic about this. You're trying to catch somebody in a web, or someone's trying to catch you in a web, but it's regarding love. And it's a burden. Or you're trying to create some type of project here. You're working on something, but it's becoming a burden. It's like you're getting all tangled up in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're entangled in something that's very much a burden. It's regarding love. I don't have your energy here. I have Earth. very strongly, and I have fire very strongly. I do not have your energy here. There's something that's very connected. I mean, love, this can be like the 2 rings, like marriage or anything, but, or maybe you are married, I don't know. But these, if you can see that, these 2 rings are kind of interlocked, right? Someone could be married, you could be married. Okay, if you're meeting somebody online romantically, they're married, by the way, if you didn't know that. They could be a fire sign. Now, if it's not that, you're trying to catch a fire sign in some type of love scenario or love snare, love trap. I don't know. It's just the words that they're saying. It's like you're trying to create something. You're trying to be optimistic, but it's like you're trying to catch something, but it's a burden. What are you trying to catch? It's like you can't see the forest for the trees. You're not seeing something clearly. I'm also hearing you might be reading too much into a situation, or you might be reading too much into something online. And it's regarding love. It's all around love. Okay, you might be thinking someone's in love with you. Say that again, Spirit. You think someone's in love with you, but they're not. And when you realize this, and this is why this is here. Okay, oh shit. Okay. The goblin, the wounded human ego, and then you have the owl, deception and wisdom. It's like you need to use wisdom, but don't be deceiving yourself because you got hurt ego, because you might be getting rejected in love from a fire sign. It could be fire or earth. I get fire. Fire's pretty strong, but earth is even stronger here. Energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like either someone is deceiving you and it's wounding your ego, or your wounded ego is deceiving you into thinking something is more than what it is, or what it was, is what I'm also, this could be past tense. Now, if you're not in a connection at all, you could be meeting someone online. They could very well be freaking married. So be mindful of that. You're very guarded. You see how her arms are folded around her, you know, like cross her. You're guarding yourself. You're guarding your heart here. You're trying to create an action here. You think you're positive that you're going to win something, or that it's something that's going to go in your favor regarding love. But again, don't let your ego deceive you. Don't let your ego deceive you. Use wisdom instead. Right? I feel like maybe you've been in a situation similar to this before with someone. I feel like it's a romantic person. Again, it could, now this could be something that somebody else is going through and you just happen to know about it, right? But there's something about that. Also, like, be careful. What are you creating? Is it coming from a place of love? Or a false sense of bravado? Is what I just heard. Bravado. False sense of bravado. Bravado. Like ego. Because you can set yourself up to be wounded here. It may, you know what I'm saying? So there's something about that. Tell me about this burden. Tell me about this burden, please, for Cancer. What is this burden for Cancer? The cow, nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. It's about, you can be dealing with a Taurus, because that is Taurus energy. It could be about your finances. It could be about how you give and receive abundance. You know, it's one thing to receive. It's one thing to give. Or, well, here's the thing. You got to learn how to ask for help when you need it, right? Because you feel overwhelmed with burden here. You know, nourishment, abundance is like you're receiving or giving a lot of that, but you're not really asking for things. But you need to... You have a choice that you need to make. What are you creating? What are you actually... Okay, it's like this. The grass is greener where you water it, right? What are you trying to water here? Because whatever you're trying to do is becoming a burden. And it could be a creative project, could be setting someone up in love, could be getting set up in love. It could be, you know, finding out that someone's married, you know. Or there could be a Taurus or a fire sign that's creating burden. What's this creative project, please? It needs to be balanced. Whatever this creative yeah, protection. You're trying to protect your projects here. But or you're asking someone to help you protect your projects. Tell me about the projects. What is this protection about? Okay. The earth fairy. I'm telling you, you are dealing with an earth sign. Physical health, grounding, and foundations. You're trying to protect your financial foundations or being grounded here. Or somebody else's. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now you have two fairies here. You also have the swan, transformation, trusting the psychic gifts. Could be dealing with a water sign. Cancer, Pisces. We are Cancer. Or could be dealing with another water sign. I get strong with transformation, Scorpio here. And then you got the Merlin, alchemy, justice, and balance. There's something that you're trying to protect yourself from. Could be a Virgo, Gemini here. Or you're trying to protect something with using alchemy or magic here to bring justice or balance into a situation for it to go into your favor. But I don't see that working. It's like, what's the intention behind this? Or you got a Virgo strongly, or Gemini, that is very guarded with you and protecting something that they've been creating that they don't want you to know about. Okay. You're trying to go through a birth and rebirth here in a situation, and I feel like you're fighting it a little bit, like you're resistant. There's like a holding, like a gripping, like you're trying to hold on to something, and it could be a lover, and you're fighting off the transformation. You're trying to like dig those heels in and grip. You see what I'm saying? And you're fighting off a transformation here. You're trying to protect yourself from a transformation. In a rebirth, you're fighting it. But it's going to help you. It'll further you along in your life with whatever, you know, in anything, everything really, you know. I mean, a birth and rebirth is not necessarily fun. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not. I'm a Scorpio. We do this all the time. It's not necessarily the most fun thing to do, but it's worth it because you go from burden to having optimism again. You see what I'm saying? So, but you're fighting it, and I feel like you're fighting it because you're confusing. You think it's wise to do this, but it's not wise. It's like some form of self-deception because the ego is wounded. What's this love about? Someone could be married very strongly. Restrictions. You're being blocked from love. Because you're fighting off a transformation. That's why. There's restrictions here. And I feel like this is on you. Again, do not come for me. Take what resonates. Leave the rest. It could be somebody else. But I got to be honest. It feels like you're being restricted from accessing the love that you really want. The love that you actually deserve. Because you're fighting the rebirth. You don't, show me with this love. You don't want to, you're fighting it. And you could be using alchemy to bring in this love, or someone else. You're trying to use this alchemy to bring in a person. And you are being restricted from actually having that because of that. There's something that needs to be brought into balance. Manifest balance. Because you're being restricted from having that true committed love. But tell me more about love. There's yeah, the Deer, gentleness and diplomacy, because you need to have a diplomatic approach to something. If you want balance, you have to give balance. If you want to receive love, you have to give love. If you want, you know, to be just, things to be just and fair for you, you have to give justice and fairness to others. There's a need for you to, you're restricting, the reason why you're being blocked from love is because you are restricting bringing gentleness and diplomacy to a situation. Either that's in your love life, within yourself, within other situations. It's being restricted here. You're fighting off a rebirth, and you're going to end up restricting yourself. You also need to clean out release some emotional baggage here, because you're kind of deceiving yourself here in this situation, and you're coming from a place of woundedness instead of a place of healed. You're not. It's like you're fighting off the healing while demanding absolute loyalty from someone else or whatever situation. But you're not even loyal to yourself. You're not even allowing, it's like demanding loyalty from somebody or from people or from, a romantic situation, but you're not willing to put in the work for the rebirth. What is it? Tell me more about, tell me more. The Raven, magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. This is warning. Look, we have the Hawk, omens and messages here. You're not seeing something. Spirit is saying, pay attention. There's an ending that's coming or an ending that needs to take place here. And whatever this is, it's like either you're loyal to somebody who's got a nasty freaking ego, or you are acting out from a place of ego because you're wounded and you need to do some releasing of emotional baggage here. You're not listening to the signs here. And there's now instead of them sending you signs, now they're sending you warnings and omens. Pay attention to messages from the spirit world. Pay attention from messages from the divine, because you don't want to miss the warnings. Now, those sending you the synchronicities, those are like signposts. That's how I relate to it. That's like a sign, like a signpost, like, hey, this direction or that direction, right? Go forward, right? Or hold back for a minute. Those are the signs. Didn't hear those or didn't want to see those because you want what you want. It's the ego thing, right? And now Spirit's saying, okay, well, you didn't see the signs or you didn't acknowledge them. You didn't act accordingly, didn't move accordingly. Here's the warnings now. Now you have warnings coming in. Will you pay attention to those messages? Because what comes next may not be what you want it to be. You might be getting what you deserve versus what you actually want and manifested. So I'm just putting it out there. Y'all can be mad at me for this reading. That's fine. That's fine. I understand. Sometimes we don't want to hear this kind of shit. But you're being restricted from love. You're being restricted also, feels like with magic. You're being restricted from receiving loyalty because there's something that you've been deceiving yourself about. Your diplomacy and fairness is not being given to you because you're not giving it to others. And that's also restrictions. There's some releasing of emotional baggages here. And we all have them. Everybody has them. Sometimes we get them, you can get emotional baggage from anything, But can you release it? Can you heal from it? I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer that really, really, really needs to do some shadow work. Like really some deep diving. Deep diving. Okay? Like, seriously. Some deep inner work. And that doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're not going to get what you want. What it means is like you're being restricted from magic, alchemy. You're being restricted from diplomacy and gentleness because you're not giving those things. Okay? You're coming from a place of woundedness and possibly maybe being deceptive. You did want to listen to the signs and synchronicities that Spirit was saying. You maybe deceptive magic here. Deception, and then there's also magic. Deceptive magic. You're while demanding loyalty. So, okay, do you want to hear none of that? So here's the warning. Here's the omen. Will you hear this one now? And if you don't listen to that, well, then what comes next is, you know, major restrictions, feeling stuck, feeling burnt out, and being basically Buddha palmed. I've been Buddha palmed by the divine. I call it Buddha palm because it's like being pressed to the floor. It's like being forced to surrender, like being literally pressed down. You can feel it. I mean, for me, I could actually feel it. It felt like a weight was on me, literally, like flat out, like me laying on my stomach on the ground, begging for mercy from the divine. I had to surrender. I fought it. I was stubborn. I thought I was right. I thought yada, 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 whatever. Right? Yeah. No. I don't wish, I mean, some people need to go through that. Evidently, I was too stubborn, and clearly Spirit said, okay, I like that you think that you're in control, but really you're not. Now I'm going to lay you down. Because let me tell you, it was one tower after another tower after another tower for 3 whole years. And finally, and I was fighting it every step of the way. Finally, I gave up, and I just like laid down flat on the ground, like on the floor, literally flat on my stomach. And I hate laying on my stomach, but I was like, I give. Okay, I give. I give. This is what I'm seeing here. Somebody here is about to be laid out. I don't mean like laid, like, you know, like you're in the hospital or something bad happens. I don't mean like that. What I mean is like it's gonna get like really tight, like almost feels like your life is in a vice grip. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's not the right words for me to try to describe what it feels like to be Buddha palmed. And I call it that because I saw it in a movie. That's the only way I can try to relate to it. Like, if I love this movie, by the way, I love this movie. Love it. It's called A Journey to the West. It's kind of like a kung fu movie, but it's really cool. And they have a scene. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but it has a scene where it's like Buddha is like over the world. He's like in the universe, and he takes his hand. There's like, he's like the Monkey King was like going against Buddha. So Buddha said, okay, and pressed his hand, and you can see it getting closer and closer, and it's a giant hand. And the Monkey King is like this huge monkey, right? Like, you got to watch this movie. Google it on YouTube. Seriously, great movie. Loved it. You know, I might watch that. And a Morgan Freeman movie. So good. Anyways, he's getting like push. And so the Monkey King is going into the Buddha hand, into the cracks of his palm, where like this, you know, like this line right here, going in until finally it pushes him down. He got Buddha palmed. So, I mean, you gotta see that scene. Watch the movie, but you gotta see that scene, because I feel like this is what's happening. So somebody, and I feel like it's you, but again, it could be somebody else, right? It doesn't have to be you. Somebody here did not listen to the signs and synchronicities, was not listening to them. And now, here's the warning. Will you listen to the warning? Somebody's been doing something out of an ego thing. And because of that, their magic and their alchemy is being restricted because it was deceptive alchemy. Love is being restricted from them. And gentleness and diplomacy from others because it's being restricted because they're not giving that same energy to other people. Somebody here is just not fair. And hey, you know, life isn't fair. But somebody here does not do things in a fair manner. And that is about to be corrected by Spirit. Omens and messages. What is this? Omens and messages, please. Yeah, the woman. Feminine power, fertility. So the queen. That's, you can, if you want to be this, or masculine, right? If you want to be this, right? Then you have to pay attention to these. But really, you should probably pay attention to these first. And then, so you don't have to get the warnings. And it all revolves around the truth. What's behind truth? The serpent, knowledge and healing. Truth brings in healing. Truth brings in wisdom. Wisdom, you know what wisdom is? Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom, right? And there is an ending that's coming. Ooh, and Spirit is on this. The eagle. Spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. So Spirit, the angels, the divine is watching this. There's major endings coming. This death isn't necessarily an ending, but it's a transformation as well. You got 2 cards of transformation. You're fighting a rebirth. You also have the rebirth card. You're fighting it. You are literally fighting it. Why? Why are you fighting this? I'm not telling you because I haven't experienced it before. Okay. And I still sometimes get caught up. You know, I still have my moments where I could definitely have opportunity for growth, for change, and be better. Absolutely. Going through something like that, going through getting booted, doesn't make you perfect. It doesn't mean that you'll never make a mistake again. Everything's just going to be wonderful and all love and light and all whatever. No, because that's not real life. You know what I mean? It's just, hey, it forces you to deal with your inner shit that you project onto other people potentially without even realizing it. You know, I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer here who hasn't done a lot of their shadow work, says they've done their shadow work. Spirit says, hold up now. Hold up now. Have you? Have you? Have you made the transformation? Have you? And yeah. Okay. I don't think so. And it revolves around diplomacy. It revolves around the truth. And someone here is now being restricted because they haven't done the work. But they want to have everything, manifest, have everything, but they haven't done the inner work. And they might be unconsciously, I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer, who might be unconsciously actually projecting their own shit onto other people. Blaming. This is a strong blamer. Blaming, like blaming energy. There's not a lot of accountability, responsibility here. And that is bringing in, hey, pay attention to the signs. Okay, you don't want to listen to that? Okay, cool. Here's the warning signs. Okay, you don't pay attention to that either? Okay, cool. Now, someone's ego is about to get really bruised, or it has. Someone's now acting out of their ego. Still wanting everything. Okay, now you're going to start getting restrictions. Like, not from, me or from, other people, but restrictions can even talk about boundaries. So now people are putting boundaries up with you, or will be very soon. And love is being restricted from you. Diplomacy is being restricted from you as well. Because are you truthful? Are you diplomatic with other people? Are you truthful with yourself? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm talking to a Cancer that really, 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 really needs to release some emotional baggage and really, really, really think about how to bring in balance into their life within themselves. It's not up to other people. It's not other people's responsibility to be responsible for your triggers. You are responsible, Cancer, for your happiness and for your life and the direction that it goes or doesn't go. And if you have triggers that you don't want to work through and you get triggered, it's not everybody else's fault for triggering you. No, it's your fault for not dealing with it. I'm talking with a Cancer here, or again, this could be somebody else. This totally could be someone else. I don't know. That really needs to do some deep shadow work. It's not fun. Okay? It's not. I mean, I was like that for 3 years. And it just got increasingly worse. The more I fought it, it was a tower, then another tower, but worse than the one before, then another one, then another one, then another one. It felt like I was being squeezed and pressed. But you know what forms underneath pressure? Diamonds. Who doesn't like diamonds? I kind of like gemstones, but I mean, diamonds are cool too. I like them too. They're pretty. But how does a diamond form? Under pressure. Right? Right? So, see? You see? But I don't recommend fighting a transformation. I really don't recommend it. So, cross-watcher, I could be talking to you right now and you're fighting a transformation. I don't recommend it. I could be talking to you, Cancer, and you're fighting a transformation. I really don't recommend it. I really don't. So, try to... I'm not going to lie to you. It's not pretty. It's like a really ugly hard, dark night of the soul, it's not fun. Oh, I got chills. Yeah, it's not fun. It really isn't. But it's worth it. It's worth it. And does that mean you'll never do something that's, you know, could be toxic or... No. But we live and we learn, right? No one's perfect. No one is perfect. No one. And the faster, Cancer, that if it's you, realize this, the better off you will be, and stop fighting the rebirth or cross-watcher. The faster that you realize this and stop fighting the transformation that's trying to take place in your life, the better off you will be. Straight up. Somebody here wants, it feels like somebody here, now Cancer could be you, could be cross-watcher, I don't know. Somebody here wants people to perceive them as being perfect, when that is not the case. And instead of doing the shadow work, there's a strong energy of blaming other people for their own shit and projecting a lot. That's what it feels like. Very strongly. It's kind of thick. You know, it's kind of like sticky. Like tacky. Like, you know, it's like tacky. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, really sticks together. I don't know that. I think that's the right word. I think I'm using that word right. All right, let me get. Wait, they said not this. Okay. Then what am I doing in spirit? They want you to pay attention to your relationship to money. Okay. This is not legal or financial or career advice, but let's see. Why do you want them to? Why is Cancer needing to focus on their relationship with money? Relationship with money. Watch. It's time to profit. Divine timing. Seize the moment. Waiting period. Temp work laid off. You need to watch. I feel like it's your spending. Something's got to happen in divine timing. Okay. What else, please? Yep. We have money drain. You spend more than you make. Drop what's needless. Money flows into my life. That could be an affirmation. But I feel like there's a need to there's transformation trying to take place in your life in all areas, including your finances, which means also reflecting on your relationship with money or your relationship to money and having a lack mentality. Okay, possibly. Yeah, award. And then see, when you do this, when you do the work, right? The healing stuff, the restrictions get lifted, right? You know, you can like, it's like you're going through like revamping yourself. But it's not just about what you look like on the outside. It's not what you can buy or what you can give other people financially. It's about how you feel. What do you feel? Do you feel on the inside, right? How you feel on the inside will affect your outside too. I don't care how gorgeous you are. I don't care how handsome you are. If you feel bad long enough, it will affect you on the outside. And it will affect your entire environment. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who maybe spends a lot of money on trying to make themselves feel better. But if you get through this, right? This is what you get. You get an award. Okay, it says winning money, payoff for effort, recognition. It says career, advancement, professional work, and fame. But you've got to get through this part, right? Can't always blame other people. Because remember, when you're pointing a finger, I'm just as an example, when you point a finger at somebody, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. Right? Somebody here needs to stop projecting and deal with their shit. It can be done. It can be done. All right, let's see. All right, so I love this deck, guys. This is the, what is it? Hold on. The Darkwood Tarot. Not a paper motion, but it's got a very thick book, though. But it's got some real, it's very interesting. It's messages about the, meaning of the cards. So I'm kind of using it as an oracle deck right now. Because I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling it, this deck. And, yeah, as I learn it. Let's see, what messages do you have for Cancer? Cancer, please. Cancer. Knight of Wands in reverse. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's something that you need to stop. There's something that you need to stop. Or maybe there's something that somebody else needs to stop. What else for Cancer, please? High Priestess here. Needing to listen to your intuition. Also, but this is also keeping secrets. The Empress. I sometimes get this with you guys. Taurus, Libra energy. But we have the High Priestess and the Empress. Someone's secretly married. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. Someone is secretly married. You don't know it. You could be dealing with a player. Someone is secretly married. You could be finding that out. Also, you as well, like, there's a strong need to do, like, some shadow work. I just, you know, stop fighting the rebirth here. The transformation. I promise you, it won't be easy, but I also promise you it will be worth it. I can promise you that. That I do know. As long as you don't, you know, fight it too hard. Because I feel like you're fighting it. It feels resistant. I feel strong resistance here. Let's see. Or, you know, someone else could be doing that. Let me go to... Let me find the cards 1 second. No, wait. I'm in the wrong spot. Okay. Explosion. This is what this card means, explosion. So something's exploding. I don't know. I don't like it. So we're in the it's in the shadow position, so it's reversed, and it says hot under the collar and angering easily over insignificant matters. Small issues still focus from productive energy. Containment is a recipe for disaster. Freedom is the answer. How can you save yourself from burning down the forest? Release and forgive. I'm telling you, it's all about shadow work. This is all about shadow work. It's all about shadow work. Yep. Okay, so the High Priestess here, and it says silence, secrets, darkness, evolution of the soul. I'm telling you, it's all about shadow work. The blueprint of your personality, talents, and traits. A deep knowledge and third eye vision, activated intuition, lunar cycles, inner knowledge, and personal authenticity. So this is like you getting you coming back to who you truly are as an authentic person, who you really are, not who you think you are or how you want people to perceive you. This is you needing to do the shadow work to be authentically, unapologetically, authentically you, right? And it requires a lot of shadow work. It's not fun. Okay, so we also have the Empress. It says mother figure creation, artistic ability, soft, gentle, nurturing touch, reinvention and expression, confidence in the abundance of the soul, fertility and birth. Some of y'all could be pregnant or someone's secretly married as well. Sensorial pleasure and earthly delights, stepping in tune with seasonal change, displaying natural abundance in all things, the nurturing of self-expression and potential. Y'all need to heal a mother wound. Thank you, Spirit. Y'all need to y'all need to do the shadow work and heal around the mother wound of your mother. There's a wound here about a mother, your mother. And there is mother wounding, like inner child, or, you know, inner child trauma around a mother figure, a mother, like your mother, your mom, you know, the one who birthed you. Okay, that there's shadow work. This is what this shadow work is about, doing and healing the mother wound from your family of origin. We get there literally in the end. All right, well, that has been your reading. Let me get you guidance. All right, what guidance do you have, please, for Cancers? And then I'm going to go into the extended. And the extended, we'll take a look at your person. Show me Cancer, please. Guidance for Cancer. Quetzalcoatl says, and the priestess of time. The time has come. The time to act is now. It's time to do that work. What do snakes do? What do dragons do? They shed their scales, their skin when they grow. It's time to shed. It's time to do the healing. It says butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope returns. You will be happy again. Yes. But you got to do this healing. You can't put it off anymore. You can't put it off anymore. Literally, you cannot put it off anymore. It's time. Okay. Butterflies are all about transformations, right? So are like dragons and snakes. It's time. It is time. No more running from it. I mean, some of y'all will, of course. Maybe this is another person. Maybe they'll run from it. I don't know. But somebody here is literally going to be like pressed, like Buddha palmed. Be gentle with yourself though. Okay. No one gets a transformation right. Ever. Not even me. Nobody. Like, there's going to be hiccups. There's going to be one day you take 5 steps forward. Maybe the next day you take like 2 steps back. And, you know, and it's this constant ebb and flow back, learning and growing and teaching, learning, growing and teaching and transforming and cycles here. It's back and forth. It's the ebb and flow. Okay? You'll get there. I believe in you. I know you can do it. So the link to the extended, which we will look at your person and okay, in the extended. If you need or want to get a personal reading with me, my email is in the description box below. The extended is in the description box and comment section below. And do not forget your next 3 months future predictions, okay? I love you. Do the work, okay? All right.